everyone, my name is Anvi Mehta and today I am going to tell you a story about Anvi and the magic tree. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Anvi. She was 6 years old and lived with her father and mother. Anvi studied in class 1 at a school nearby. One day, while coming back from school, she stood under an old tree and wished if Mom would cook macaroni for lunch. She reached home to find delicious aroma of macaroni floating in the air. That day, her mom cooked macaroni. The next day, Anvi forgot to put her homework copy into her bag and realized this when she was in the bus going towards the school. She walked towards the gate wishing the teacher to be absent that day. It was the second period when it was announced that the teacher was absent and so all children have to go to the art class. Anvi was relieved. What an awesome luck! She was thinking as she picked her bag at the end of school and walked towards her bus. Nowhere in her wildest dreams she would have believed that this was because of the wish she made under the magic tree which stood outside her school. That night she slept and dreamed of the magic tree outside the school. The tree told her that he makes children's wish come true and that he could read their minds too. He knew Anvi had a good heart and wanted to be her friend. It was a silly tree, Anvi thought as she opened her eyes. Trees don't grant wish, she reminded herself. The magic tree came back in her dreams and told her that he was 91 years old and was born surrounded by his family, his cousins and grandparents, amidst a great forest full of birds, butterflies and all kinds of animals. It was one dark night when the forest woke up to the sound of electric saws. The path was measured for the roads and all his family and friends except him were killed by humans that night. It was not destiny that chose his life to be spared but humans who realized that he was just out of the boundary wall and too thin to be of any use anyway. The world of humans had no place for forests, he sadly realized. Standing alone all these years, he looked at existence with his very eyes. Till one day, a child's innocence melted his frozen heart and he felt like alive again. Anvi woke up and remembered her dream. She felt a strong connection with the tree and wanted it to be happy again. She could not tell anyone about the magic tree. It was a secret. She never asked for anything as she felt it would be selfish of her. It was the month of December and the time for winter break. The night was extremely cold and as she girded in her sleep, she dreamed of the wishing tree which looked sad as he told her that it was time to say goodbye. The Public Works Department was widening the roads again and they were going to cut it in morning and very next day. She woke up and stayed awake all night thinking of ways to stop those people from cutting it down but could not find anything concrete. But then it was almost 5 a.m. and she had the strongest urge to meet her old friend the tree. Anvi dressed up in her woolens, her jacket, gloves and her cap and threw out her bicycle without making a sound. The roads were deserted and it was extremely cold. As she hugged the tree, she was swept in the feeling of love and embrace. The tree was speaking into her heart and wanted her to make one last wish. She then knew that it was time. In that moment, she closed her eyes and with all her heart wished the the tree to be free from this earth and go wherever ever it wanted to be. That is all she remembered. And we woke up in her bed at 9:30 a.m. and realized that it was all just a dream. She felt her loss and the enormity of it. She cried. It was Anvi's father who noticed something strange in the garden that day. The small garden, barely a few meters wide, was now home to a great old tree. He explained to Anvi's mother that the tree was not there till last night. Anvi's mother also looked at the tree with her eyes wide. She realized the scene outside her window was somewhat changed. There was a big tree out there and sunlight was streaming through its leaves, making it look out of this world. She then realized that it was her very own magic tree, which had decided to be with her. She got off her bed and ran outside to hug the tree. It was the day of Christmas and Anvi had her wish fulfilled. It was a good heart that gave her the courage to do no one had ever done before. She never wished anything from the tree ever again. She loved and was loved in return. Thank you.